Why nothing seems to kill the B-52 Stratofortress. Do you remember when the defense industry could actually build airplanes, not just build airplanes, but mass-produce them in large numbers? Of course, you don't. Over time, military aircraft have become so complicated, and the defense industries become so impervious to outside forces that you probably weren't born when the United States could actually build tough, reliable, and relatively low-cost airplanes. Look no further than the B-52, also known as the Buff, for Big Ugly Fat Effort. Boeing built more than 700 of the bombers between 1952 and 1962, and the Air Force expects to keep flying the Buff until the 2050s. That means that a bomber first built during the Truman administration will still be putting warheads on foreheads about the time the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan reached their halfway mark. In comparison, the B-1 Lancer and B-2 Spirit, which first flew in the 1980s, are both expected to be retired in the early 2030, more than a decade earlier than planned, according to Air Force magazine. NASA's Space Shuttle retired in 2011 after 30 years of service. The CR-71 Blackbird bowed out in 1990 after flying for 24 years. Meanwhile, the service would upgrade 76 B-52s and buy at least 100 new B-21 stealth bombers. The result in the 2040 would be a force of no fewer than 175 bombers composed of factory-fresh B-21 and 80-year-old B-52s. Under any likely scenario, the B-52 endures simple, durable, and cheap to operate the B-52. The Air Force's long-range missile haulers. The military does not plan for the old bombers to penetrate enemy defenses during a high-tech war. They instead would launch cruise missiles from beyond the range of air defenses to keep the old bombers viable. The Air Force is spending $32 billion replacing their TF-33 engines, and as part of the Combat Network Communications technology, upgrade rewiring their bomb bays for smart weapons. Connect gives the B-52 a digital backbone, enabling aircrew to receive digital tasking messages and real-time intelligence and threat data from multiple sources. The Air Force explained all crew stations on the aircraft will be digitally linked, enabling information sharing while in flight, greatly improving situational awareness and mission flexibility. The goal in replacing the engines is to improve the B-52's fuel efficiency by at least 20%, while maintaining its ceiling and takeoff performance. A B-52H with TF-33 engines carry 35 tons of bombs and missiles as far as 4,500 miles without aerial refueling at a top speed of 650 miles per hour. Back in the day, America built things to last as the longest-serving combat aircraft in the U.S. military.